It's a myth to run your own business that you have to have lots of employees, that you need to have experience, that you have to have capital in order for you to run your business. There's so many successful businesses that have started from nothing. A lot of beginners don't know where to start or how to start, and often they're left a little confused and a little lost, especially with all the information out there, and it can be overwhelming. So the question is, how do you start a solo business or one-person business with absolutely no capital? Now, make sure you watch until the end, because I've got something that's going to truly make this so much easier for you to start a business online that you're not going to struggle with. So you just have to make sure that you keep watching until the end. The first thing you need is to have the right mindset. The problem nowadays is so many people have the wrong mindset. They believe they're going to fail, and so when they start, right, a few months down the line, they fail because they have started it with the wrong mindset. Mindset is everything. Mindset determines altitude, right? Attitude also determines altitude. So if you got the right mindset, things will work out. Now, you're probably thinking that makes no sense, or, it's never been done before. But look at it like this. The founder of WhatsApp, Jan Cohen, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, he started with absolutely nothing, right? All he did or used was his experience at Yahoo, and not only that, but his programming skills, and he worked with his other co-founder to build WhatsApp. So yeah, they spent a lot of time building it, but they didn't have capital to hire people. They didn't have capital to hire customers. They didn't have capital to get investors. They didn't have capital to invest in their programs, but they used their skill set to make WhatsApp what it is today. Another thing that you got to do when you're working on your solo business, right? And this is the beginner steps. You got to figure out what exactly your why is, what problems you want to solve, how do you want to make the world a better place, how do you want to help a particular community or a particular group of people, how do you want to contribute to making things better for them. And often a lot of people say, but I have no experience, I have no idea how to do that, I am starting from scratch, I have absolutely nothing to talk about. And often I say is that your experiences can help someone who's literally starting out. Your experiences can help someone find their footing. Your experiences can make things easier. So you use your experiences, right, and your skill set in order for you to figure out what you can do. And this is why finding your ikigai is so important. Your ikigai is basically your passions, your desires, how you're going to help the world, how you're going to make money. And this all roots from the thing of solving a particular problem, okay? Another thing before, we go on to the foundational steps is you gotta choose the right business. There's so many businesses. A one-person business basically is a business that is just about starting your business alone, a solo business, right? And there's so many ways or different businesses you could start with. There's freelancing services, graphic design, writing, web design, virtual assistant that comes under freelancing businesses, coaching and consulting, drop shipping, affiliate marketing, all these different businesses that you can start. It all comes down to what do you want? What do you love to do? If you love writing or you love service idea businesses, then you start with freelancing and coaching, consulting. If you want something that is more passive income basically means is you work for a particular amount of time and that becomes a residual for you. Whatever you create, like affiliate marketing, right? You create one content and then that content basically keeps promoting that particular item. And you keep making money even if you're not actively promoting it. The same thing with other different kinds of passive income, right? So it all comes down to what business idea suits for you. And then this is the key here. You got to align your skills and your interests so that your passion does not wane, so that your passion does not disappear. Because often people will align maybe their skills with something they're not interested in because they want to make money, but eventually if they don't make the money, they give up, because that is life, right? If you're doing something and your main focus is money, you're going to give up. And that's something I've realized for the past couple of years I've been doing this, that it's so important for you to understand that money is the end goal. Money should never be the focal point. And then the next step is you've got to build your online presence. You can do this through various means: blog, YouTube, podcast. But you also need to have a social media account, okay? So with your blog, the best way to actually go forward, right? If you don't have money, like I know this whole thing is about starting from zero, so you might not have money. There are so many different ways you could start a blog without money. There's Canva, there's Framer, there is Yola, there's WordPress.com, which is different from WordPress.org, which is the more premium version of WordPress.com. So it all comes down to what you want and what your website should be. And do you want a one-page website? Do you want a more robust website? Do you want a portfolio site? So it depends on what your business idea is and what business you're actually going for. Now that we're done with that, you got to figure out what your marketing strategies are. Your marketing strategies can be anything from Facebook groups to WhatsApp groups. You could do word of mouth. You could post on social media. You could do TikTok. You could do YouTube. You could guest podcasting or guest blogging, right? The list is endless. And now we're going to the final step, which is all to do with monetization. How do you exactly monetize? Because a lot of people, when they're starting out, they never think about the monetization factor. And this is so critical because when you don't know how to monetize, it's going to be so difficult to monetize later on. Now, the best ways to do this is to create a digital product online, which can be so cumbersome for a lot of people because they're like, how do I do this? How do I actually start working this out? How do I create a digital product with no money? And there's so many ways to do this. You could do it through Payhip, you could do it through Beacons, you could do it through Pinterest. In a few days, I'm going to be releasing a video all about the best free online tools you could use so that you can, have your business. so keep a watch out for that. Another thing is, besides digital product, you could do paid services, which is something I started with. I started doing paid services, and my paid services was all about coaching and consulting and also doing website design. So these are a few ways and a few strategies you could use to actually get your business online, your solo business online in a week. It doesn't take that long, in a week. And so you guys watched until the end, and I've got a great thing for you to help you out. I have a list of 120 digital product ideas with 30 profitable niches you could use to start your business online. So if you're interested in that, click the link below.